Welcome back to Money Mind. You take great pains to find the dream property that you want to buy. You do your homework, checking on the property's attributes such as location, amenities and views. You're ready to buy. But wait a minute, have you forgotten something? Have you checked the brochures and the sales and purchase agreement? No? Well, Money Mind's Frederick Lim has a case study for you on why, if you fail to thoroughly check all the documents related to your property purchase, your dream home could turn into a nightmare. You went to the show flat when the property was launched and liked what you saw. You talked with the sales agent and studied the brochures. You considered the condo's location, its facilities, the views, and, of course, the price. Satisfied, you paid the booking fee and signed the S&P, or Sales and Purchase Agreement. Then a rude shock awaits you when you get the keys to your apartment.
In October last year, when I got the key, the first thing I got shocked was that I had a missing bay window. All right, look at the bay window, it's actually sitting still up. Okay, what does this, when I bought this project, what it does, it actually gives me ventilation, light and the view. That's why I buy this project. When I got the key, I don't have this view at all. All right, I'm missing this view.
Davin Tan bought this condo unit at Aristo at Amber based on the layout plan in the sales brochure. He wanted a multi-million-dollar sea view. He got an opaque wall.
If I had the bay window, this is what I would have, a multi-dollar view.
So why was that side of the apartment sealed up?
This is actually the sealed up bay window. All right, so what I understand, or what we understand from the SCDF, is that the developer actually fails to meet certain regulation. All right, that's why they seal up this bay window.
Davin says the architect made an oversight on fire safety regulations. The rule requires the windows to have a 3-meter clearance distance from the common lift lobby. Moneymind checked with the Singapore Civil Defence Force. They replied saying that the fire safety non-compliance at Aristo at Amber was detected in an inspection on 15th July 2013 and the architect was notified to make rectifications. SCDF also explained that the architect of a project is deemed to be well versed with the fire code and bears the responsibility to comply. Moneymind contacted the architect of Aristo at Amber, Place Architects and Design, and received no reply. We contacted the developer AG Capital, an associate company of Catalyst-listed Goodland Group. They issued us this statement. The Aristo at Amber has been constructed according to the approved building plans and delivered in accordance with the sales and purchase agreement. Unit owners at Aristo disagree. They say that there is actually more to the story. They claim that the newly constructed condo is also missing several features depicted in the sales brochure. These clearly shown features in the sales brochure were also missing from the sales and purchase agreement.
So, whatever the legend stated in the brochure is different from the S&P. So when we buy the house, we buy according to the paper brochure. After that, then we sign the S&P. When they deliver to us the house, it's totally different of what we expected in the brochure.
We asked them to show us the actual location of the so-called missing features.
There's supposed to be a water feature and a barbecue pit. So what we see now is actually just green plantation.
In summary, the Aristo buyers had these complaints. The condo comes without features depicted in the sales brochure. A missing reflective pool. A missing barbecue area. Plus differences in the garden area and grand lounge. Bay windows in the hall were sealed up due to breach of fire safety rules. Planters replaced by aircon ledgers. Moneymind checked with the Urban Redevelopment Authority on the Aristo at Amber case and received this statement. Under Rule 7A of the Housing Developer Rules, developers should not convey any information, including in materials such as sales brochures, to buyers which is false or misleading. URA added that the home buyers may pursue their claims against the developer under the terms of the S&P agreement. Under the agreement, if changes are made to the specifications or approved plans, the buyer may be entitled to various forms of compensation. We took the complaints of Aristo buyers to the Consumers Association of Singapore and asked for their views.
Yes, certainly there is a misrepresentation. What is being promoted should be included in the specification, and in this case, apparently it was not. The developer has misrepresented in a way by not including those items in the development. So consumer had the right to pursue the matter, certainly.
MoneyMind also checked with a legal expert.
If you have a false or misleading statement in the advertisement, that could be a ground for a misrepresentation claim. Now, in order to prove a misrepresentation, the purchaser must show that he was induced or led to purchase the property concerned by the misleading statement. Now, having said all that, it must be kept in mind that some of these advertisements and indeed sale and purchase agreements have clauses, contractual clauses that exclude responsibility for such statements. So the idea behind these clauses is that the developer could include a contractual clause saying that he's not responsible for any representation made, and this might be effective.
So can legal action be taken?
If the contract, that is the sale and purchase agreement, provides for conformity with fire regulations, for example, and such was not carried out, then he can sue for non-performance of the contract and obtain damages, that's monetary damages, in order to rectify the damage concerned. He might also have a second cause of action, and that's in the tort of negligence. So this really relates to the developer's carelessness in not constructing the building according to plans. And if that leads to certain problems, then of course the buyer is entitled to damages to remedy that situation.
Case recommends mediation as the first course of action in such disputes with developers. But one thing is clear right from the beginning. This is what you should not do.
I didn't check. As a layman, I only go according to the brochures. Because as our developer is a subsidiary of a listed company, we believe in the brochures only.
Do check the brochures and sales and purchase agreement thoroughly. It could save you a lot of headaches later on.